So in this final building to the back or the rear, you see the Thai Buddha, donated Thai Buddha here, and then the Chinese Buddha that was donated by China on the right. No photos are permitted inside, so I cannot provide that. So this is the building at the very rear, and inside there's some like let's see, some museum type pieces on display behind glass cases. There's a couple of Buddha statues inside. And let's read the plaque here. It says Priest Kim Gyo-gak Kisto-garba Bodhisattva. It says Mulseoljeon Hall enshrines a statue of Kim Gyo-gak, 696 to 794, a Shila monk in the eastern section of his interior. Born into the Shila royal family, he became a Buddhist monk before crossing the sea to Tang, where he led an ascetic and altruistic life after settling at Mount Jihua in today's Anhui province, China. He died in 794 at the age of 99 and left behind him a series of mysterious phenomena, leading people to worship him as the manifestation of Sangalba Bodhisattva and Mount Jihua as a holy place of the Bodhisattva. The statue enshrined at Mulseoljeon Hall was donated to Bulguksa Temple in 1997 by the Buddhist Association of Anhui Province, China, and the Anhui People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries. So the statue inside was donated by China. And then this plaque here says the Thai Buddha. Mulseoljeon Hall houses a Buddha statue made by the Thai royal family to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the birth of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great and Empress Great, and expressed their hopes for world peace. The commemorative Buddhas were donated to the 19 member countries of the World Fellowship of Buddhists on January 30th, 2009 at Wat Phra Kaeo Temple of the Emerald Buddha in Bangkok, Thailand. During a grand ceremony, it was agreed that the image was to be sent to Bulguksa Temple, which represented Korea at the ceremony, and was enshrined in Mulseoljeon Hall on May 24th, 2009. And then the final plaque here to the left says Mulseoljeon Hall, the lecture hall of Bulguksa Temple. The hall was established in 670 during the reign of King Munmu of Shila, and was a place where the famous Buddhist monk Uyisang, 625 to 702, taught the Avatamsaka Sutra. The building was burnt down in 1593 during the Imjin Weran Japanese invasion of Korea. Historians believe that the hall was rebuilt in 1648 before undergoing major renovation work in 1708. It eventually collapsed sometime in the early 1910s. The present building was restored between 1969 and 1973. Some Filipinos here. Many Filipinos like to come to Korea. There was a Westerner asking a Korean tour guide like why they don't charge, or how they maintain this place, or how they maintain the grounds, and the tour guide was trying to explain to him that this is like a government, I guess it's a national building or nationalized, so it's supported by the government. It's not a commercial site. And most authentic Buddhist temples, it's not commercial. I mean, they'll take donations, but they normally don't charge you money to go in unless it's like a tourist trap. They'll charge you to go in, but most places are not going to charge you. It's for worshipers and anybody who would like to come in, and if you want to donate money, you can. I would not say it's normal for a Buddhist temple to charge money for entrance. That's not normal at all, unless they turn it into a commercial site. Photo shoot prohibition. There are these booths here with some ladies inside, and when you talk to them or you ask them questions, in my broken Korean, they kind of look at you like you're crazy. Yeondung Chopsu Cho. I'm not sure what that means. final building in the rear. On the left side of the temple is a replica of a fish. It says "Turo gaji maseyo," meaning don't go inside. The sign says don't go inside. And let's see here. Yeah, there's no plaque, so we don't know what it is. Not sure if that's a monk who works around this temple or it's just a random person who's dressed this way. This is the pagoda to the left. And let's read the plaque to see what's significant about it. The three-story stone pagoda of Bulguksa Temple, also known as Seokguram Pagoda of Sakyamuni Buddha, is presumed to date to the temple's establishment in the mid-8th century during the Unified Shila period, 668 to 935. This pagoda represents the Buddha of the present, Sakyamuni, and forms a pair with the adjacent stone pagoda, which represents the Buddha of the past, Prabhutaratna. The pagoda consists of a two-tier base, 3 sets of body and roof stones, and a decorative top. The corners of the base and body stones are carved to look like pillars, and the undersides, the roof stones, are carved into tiers. The decorative top was newly made in 1973 as the original was missing. The overall design is representative of Korean stone pagodas. Seokguram has been dismantled for repair and restoration 4 times in its history. During a repair in 1966, a copy of the Great Dharani Sutra dating to the early 8th century was found inside the pagoda. It is considered to be the oldest woodblock printing in the world.
During repair in 1966, a copy of the Great Dharani Sutra.
He lost his friends. He alone guards this pagoda and this temple. So here's the first tiger, and apparently the other 3 tigers or so got stolen. They don't know the whereabouts. This is the right pagoda, made of stone. And the plaque reads, "This stone pagoda, known as Tabul Top, Pagoda of Abundant Treasures, is presumed to date to Bulguksa Temple's establishment in the mid-8th century during the Unified Shila period, 668 to 935. This pagoda represents the Buddha of the past, Prabhutaratna, and forms a pair with the adjacent stone pagoda." Okay, there's another pagoda to the left, which represents the Buddha of the present, Sakyamuni. This pagoda's exceptionally ornate design is based on a description in the Lotus Sutra of a pagoda enshrining Prabhutaratna that arose from the ground during Sakyamuni's lecture of the Vulture Peak. The pagoda consists of a base with stairs and flagpole supports, multiple stories consisting of pillars and roof stones, and a tall decorative top. The bottom part of the pagoda is overall square in the shape, while the upper part is octagonal. Some of the stories have balustrades. During the Japanese colonial period, 1910 to 1945, a repair by Japanese authorities led to the discovery of a reliquary with 2 Buddhist statues, but the whereabouts of these precious relics is still unknown. There was also a guardian lion at the top of each of the 4 stairs, but 3 were stolen by the Japanese. Inside. Let's go inside the temple. And to your left, you see the first pagoda. Middle, to your right. And there's a Buddha. Let's take a look at this first Buddha. It says no cameras. But people are taking pictures all the time. I don't know. First Buddha there. People praying. And let's see if we can read something here. And the plaque says Daengjeon Hall of Bulguksa Temple, Gyeongju. Daengjeon means Hall of the Great Hero, is a Buddhist worship hall for the veneration of Sakyamuni, the historical Buddha who lived in ancient India. It is the main worship hall of Bulguksa Temple. The building dates to 1765 and underwent repairs in the mid-1920s and early 1970s. It stands atop the original stone foundation dating to the establishment of Bulguksa Temple in the mid-8th century. The layout of this worship area is representative of Buddhist temples of the Shilla period. It consists of a gate, a worship hall, and the lecture hall, all aligned in a row and connected by wooden corridor buildings to create two courtyards with a pair of stone pagodas in front of the worship hall. We're at the top and the front of the temple, and the sign says 내려가지 마세요, meaning don't go down. 문화재 보호를 위하여 초입을 금갑니다. And I read that wrong. And there are people taking videos and pictures of me as I take videos and pictures of them. We're taking videos and pictures of each other. This is how it looks from the top. We were down there before, now we're up here. Tour group. And let's look up. There you go. And what does the sign say in Chinese? Something. And this is the ceiling of the building right behind the final building. So behind this building, which I thought was the last building, there's actually another courtyard up here. Another courtyard. Wow. Look at this. So this is the right side of this temple. Walking along the side, courtyard, outside the building or the temple unit. And this is the restroom for this tourist area. Looks like a replica building. So you visit this ancient temple that's 2,000 years old, and then you go into this toilet restroom area, and it's fully air conditioned inside, super clean, modern, cold water, and yeah, it's nice, clean. And you go back 2,000 years visiting these temples again. Alright, we're gonna try to finish up that last building, if it is the last section of this temple. This place is a lot bigger than I thought. We've already been here 2 hours. It's surprising that when they provide restrooms here, I was surprised at how clean and air conditioned it was. Normally at a place like this in the US, I would not be surprised if it was just a hole in the wall, hole in the ground, like a temporary toilet. And sometimes they don't even provide water. Here they provide air conditioning, clean, super clean water, and it's nice and clean. So this is the last section of the temple. And look how steep these steps are. How do these monks climb these things every day? Look at this thing. Some women are having a difficult time climbing up these steps. They're so steep. You have to take big wide steps, not even little steps. Big wide steps. And you come up and you're met with this. More lanterns, colorful lanterns. Buddha statue, which looks Thai to me. This is how this top courtyard looks. And from the top of the steps, this is how it looks. This is considered to be the Guanyin Buddha. Let's read the plaque. Gwamjunun Hall. Gwanumjun is a Buddhist worship hall for the veneration of Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva of great compassion, who is considered the savior of all living beings who suffer in their present lives. The current building was newly constructed in 1973 on the worship hall's former site. Avalokitesvara, is that the name of the Buddha? I think this is the final level. And to the rear, this is what you see. Going around the rear. To the left of the building. And there's a staircase going down. I don't know if we've been here or not. I think we have.